All right, we got a 2-inch stress crack right here. We got about a 4 or 5-inch stress crack right here. And bam, structural screw through the floor. So good morning. We are in bumper to bumper traffic leaving the Joliet/Chicago, Illinois area. We are en route to a place called Shipshewana, Indiana. Now, Shipshewana, Indiana is no big deal, but the big deal about that area is it's a few miles outside of a place called Goshen, Indiana, which is where all the manufacturers of all these RVs are located at. Now, because that area is so saturated with the actual manufacturers, there's a couple of businesses there that provide warranty work. One of them being a place called Affinity Group, which is very highly recommended, one of the best in the country. And as you can tell by the opening clip, we have a few little things. I mean, nothing crazy, nothing that doesn't happen to anybody else. We have a few little issues that we want to get repaired. So as I mentioned in the last video, this leg of our trip, which I'll give you a little bit more information on the rest of our trip later on in this video, but this particular leg is a 2-day stay in Shipshewana, and it is business. It is business. We are heading over there to get these things assessed and set a date to bring the unit back, because, you know, they're backlogged like everybody else. So set up a date to bring the unit back to get those issues repaired. But that's it. Shipshewana, Indiana, we're en route, and the rest I'll share with you guys later. All right, so we made it to Shipshewana, Indiana. Lots and lots of traffic getting out of Illinois. We came across I-80, which is where my GPS sent me. There was a bunch of construction, so it slowed us down a little bit, but nonetheless, we made it. We made it safely. We lost an hour because now we're back on Eastern Standard Time, but we're here. So first and foremost, I'm going to give you guys a heads up on why we came to Shipshewana. So as you guys saw earlier on the clip, the opening clip, we have a little bit of damage on the RV. It happens. I mean, if you go on any of the forums, whether it be Grand Design, Keystone, it happens. These things have a tendency of flexing, and in the process of flexing, you sometimes incur a little bit of damage. We have 2 stress cracks that are under warranty, and we also have a deck screw, which is about 4 inches long, that got loose from the main slide, this slide right behind me, and it popped through the linoleum. So all that stuff is going to be looked at, and we're going to be given a date to bring it back to Indiana to have it repaired under warranty. Remember, these things have a 1-year warranty on the regular stuff, you know, the little stuff, but they do have a 3-year structural warranty. So anything that's structural is going to get repaired. So that's the reason why we came here. We're only going to be here 2 days. There's going to be no sightseeing going on. Matter of fact, the truck is not even disconnected, because tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning, we're just going to drive off. We're going to go to the repair place, let them do their evaluation of the coach, and then we're going to come right back, spend the night, and then we're out of here. So, speaking about out of here, I wanted to give you guys an update on our travel plans. So, once we left Chicago, Illinois, which was today, everything that occurs from now until the time we get home is really, maybe for the exception of one place in West Virginia, is really just going to be 2-nighters, 3-nighters, you know, real quick. It's going to be bang, bang, bang until we get to Gainesville, Florida, where even there we're only going to spend 4 days with my daughter, and we're going to be home after that. So basically, you know, not that we're not going to enjoy our travels from here to there, not that we're not going to camp, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is there is no specific places that we want to visit to sightsee specific things. It's going to be basically just a hustle to get back home. So that's the update on that. And as far as the repairs tomorrow, the place we're going to is a place called Affinity Group. I mentioned you guys earlier. I'm not sure, but I'd love to videotape some of the conversations that we're going to have with them, just to share with you guys, because there's a lot of people that follow my channel that are RVers as well, and it's always good to know when there's good repair places that you can take your coach and trust that they're going to do a good job. From what we understand and the research that we've done, and people that we've actually spoken to, not just necessarily stuff that reviews that you see in writing on all these websites and stuff like that. This is actual people that we've actually spoken to that rant and rave about this place. They do a fantastic job. They say they do a fantastic job. I'd like to share some of that with you guys if they will allow me, but we don't know if they're going to allow us or not. So we're here. We're in Shipshewana, Indiana. The campground is called Shipshewana, Indiana, or Shipshewana Campground North. Got a pretty good site. Only problem is no sewer. Super cheap though to stay here. We got water, electric, 50 amp, and there is a dump site, and it's very clean. Our site is very nice. We have a great, huge area in front here that I can play catch with the dogs and stuff like that, because she's been cooped up for a while. But that's it. Whatever we do here, or whatever they allow me to video here, I'm going to share it with you guys. All right, so good morning. As I mentioned yesterday, we are here. We packed up this morning, and we made it to Affinity Group here in Goshen, Indiana. So far, first impressions, great people, very professional, very respectful. They got a pretty nice facility here. They asked me to unhook the coach because they're going to do some measurements on the items that we have going on. And they say they can do the repairs. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of footage of their facility here. They seem to know what they're doing. They pinpointed exactly what the issue was and what caused the stress cracks. They went through on how they're going to repair it, and I'll touch on a little bit more on that in a minute. So what's up, guys? We are back from Affinity Group in Goshen, Indiana. And like I promised, I told you guys I was going to give you a heads up on what's going on with them. I showed you already the issues that we had. We went over it with the gentleman there. Let me tell you something. Extremely knowledgeable people. Unfortunately, these incidents and this damage is all too common. And the reason being is because, first of all, let's start off with this one here. This one here, you probably can't see it too well on the video, but this one here is about a 2.5 to 3 inch stress crack. Now, this entire area of the coach has a tendency to flex, okay? I mean, there's a certain degree of flexing, according to them, that is acceptable, but once it goes beyond that point, it causes these stress cracks. So the repair for it is the way it was explained to me. Check this out. So they are going to cut right here all the way down, okay? They're going to peel this piece back. They're going to add some aluminum gussets. They're going to weld in some aluminum gussets in the areas here surrounding, okay, surrounding this piece. Then they're gonna put this piece back, okay, and they're gonna add a strip. They're gonna add a strip here and cover it and paint over it and whatever. I mean, it's not ideal, but the way the gentleman explained it to me, it's probably the best way to repair this issue, because this area is going to continue to flex a certain amount. It happens in just about every Keystone product. Whatever. I'm not excited about it, but they seem like they know what they're talking about. They seem like they know what they're doing. I saw some coaches there that they were doing repairs on. I couldn't videotape them because they preferred I didn't, because it belonged to somebody else, and I totally understand. But that's the way that this one's going to get repaired. And what can I tell you? I'm not excited about it. I'm not excited about having a strip right here, but he assures me that they will replace the striping, and they will blend it in where you won't be able to tell. However, in keeping true to my word, when they do that repair, and I'll get to that in a minute, I'll share it with you guys. Let's go back to the back and I'll show you the other piece. All right, so now this stress crack right here is not, according to them and according to the engineer there, this stress crack is technically not a stress crack. This crack is caused by the screw that is directly underneath, right here in the corner of the slide. There is a screw, and when they screw that in, they didn't do it properly. So therefore, what they should have done is they should have probably done like a pilot hole and then put the screw in. They didn't do that. They screwed right through the I don't even know what this is called, but I tell you, when I did the washer and dryer install, I was able to pull a piece. And if you really want to see what these things look like, go back, look in my history, and look at my do-it-yourself washer and dryer install, which ironically has the most views of any of my videos. But you'll see that this layer here right on top is probably, I don't know, less than a quarter of inch thick. And then it has foam, and then it has the interior wall. But regardless, it's very, very thin. So this crack was caused by the screw. Now, the manner in which they're going to repair this one is they're going to cut it open, okay? They're going to cut it open. They're going to add some gussets also in here, some aluminum gussets, to strengthen the area. Then they're going to put the piece back. And this particular one, they're actually going to fiberglass in, and they're going to paint it. Not like the one in the front. The one in the front, they're going to leave basically a strip. And the way he explained it was, because that flexes, it actually needs that strip so it doesn't break again, so it doesn't crack again. In this particular area, that's not going to cause it. There is no flexing here, so this stress crack is going to be repaired with fiberglass, and then they're gonna fix it so it doesn't happen again. Although they guarantee that if it happens again, they will fix it again. But that's how they're going to take care of this one. And as far as the inside, let's get. All right, so now we're inside the coach, where we had this little issue here. This is a little hole in the linoleum, and that was caused by this 4-inch screw popping up to the linoleum and ruining it. So basically, how they're going to repair that is they're going to replace the 4-inch deck screw, and then they're going to have a gentleman come in that specializes in this type of repair, and he's going to either cut it or fill that in and repair it. And I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I know you guys, I know there's a lot of you, now that I'm inside the coach, I know there's a lot of you that have been wanting me, not a lot, but I have had some requests for you people that wanted a walkthrough of our coach. I promise you, I'm going to do it before the end of the season. I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you guys. Because we do have some upgrades that we have planned, so I might as well show you the before and the after. All right, so now that all that is said and done, what's next? So next is getting it actually repaired. As you guys very well know, everything around this country is delayed for one reason or another. It's just backlogged. Parts are backlogged. In this particular case, this industry, the RV industry, is running about 2 to 3 months behind on anything. If you order a brand new coach, it's going to take about 2, 3, 4 months. Some even as many as 5 and 6 months, depending on which manufacturer you're talking about. Well, the repair industry is no different. So we have a repair date tentatively scheduled already in the books for March 13th. So season 2 is going to come to an end. We're going to go home, and I don't think it's going to happen in March 13th because we got something else planned for that week, not RV related. So it may be maybe the following week or whatever. I'm just giving you guys a heads up of what's next. That's what's next. The repair part of it is scheduled for the week of March 13th, and they said it's going to take about 2 weeks. So what does that mean for us? Eventually, when we get a definitive date, drive up here, bring the coach, camp for a few days on the way up here, drop the coach off, go do something for 2 weeks up in these parts in March, which is probably still going to be very cold, especially for us Florida people. And then when it gets done, pick it up and camp on the way home. So that's it. That's everything there is to share with you guys as far as Goshen, Shipshewana, our stay here in Indiana. Tomorrow is a new day, which brings with it new adventures. Tomorrow, and I'm going to include it in this video also, we're going to hit the road bright and early. We got a 4-hour drive going to a place called Newberry, Ohio. Newberry, Ohio, and we're going to be staying at Punderson State Park. If you know me, I love state parks. So this coming state park, Punderson, is going to be, I don't know, R&R. I don't think Myrna has anything scheduled for that place or that area. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just camping. No sightseeing, just camping. So that's it. On to tomorrow. All right, so it is another day, and just like that, I told you guys we were moving. We moved, and we're in another state. We're in Ohio. We're in a place called Newberry, Ohio, at a state park called Punderson State Park. Now, if you guys follow the channel and you guys know I love state parks. There's many reasons why. I mean, most of the time they're quiet. The spots are isolated. It's not a bunch of there's not a bunch of amenities, to be honest with you. But we don't use the amenities. I mean, we don't use pools. We don't use jacuzzis. We don't use their bathrooms. We don't use any of that stuff. So the state parks, for the most part, don't have any of that. This one in particular, I showed you a little bit clip here of our site. It's absolutely beautiful. We have the camper is in total shade. We're kind of like on a corner here, so the whole area is ours. And there is showers, there's toilets, there's everything here. And the best part of it all, full hookups. Electric, water, and sewer. Not a usual or not a common place at a state park. But we have it here. It's awesome. And whatever we do here probably ain't much. We're probably going to do just a bunch of stuff around the park. We're going to share with you guys. So it is the next day. I went out for a little walk with the doggos. There they are right there. It's very, very overcast. It's been raining all morning. And it's forecast to rain the rest of the day. But here is a shot of Punderson Lake. You can do some fishing, as they are doing down there. You can rent some kayaks, as you can see right there. We might not do a little bit of that, depending on how the weather holds up. But here is Punderson Lake. All right, so it is another day. We had bad weather yesterday. Today we woke up. It was a cool day. Cool day. We were in the 60s, but it rained again. So really, we didn't do much. There's trails here in the park, but we didn't do them because they're muddy and stuff like that. But this morning we're gonna head out, and we're just gonna go to this one place that Myrna wanted to go to, and then we're gonna come back because tomorrow is a move day. So this is an interesting spot that we found right off the side of the highway. And of course, as soon as Myrna saw it, she said, "Oh my God, we have to stop there." So guess what? We stopped here. This is an actual pumpkin patch.